Hello everyone, and welcome to the fourth installment of my Python tutorial series. In this video, I will be talking about user input. Now, user input is kind of self-explanatory. It's just user input, meaning that you get input from the user. Amazing, right? So let's just get into it. So open up VS Code and create a file, or you could just use the one from the last tutorial, doesn't really matter. So now you would want to create your user input. Like this. It's just input and then open bracket and close bracket. Now this line of code here will basically allow us to print, give our input to the console. So allow me to just run this input. See, now I could type whatever I want to the console, and if I enter it, well, nothing will return since this is just input. It doesn't really have any function to it besides us printing to the console. So if we want to add function to it, let's put this in a variable. So let's just say a equal input, open bracket, close bracket. Don't forget the open bracket or close bracket, then the input won't work. So if we do that, and then we'll print a. So this basically makes a into whatever input you put to the console, and then it will just print it out again. So like, hold on. So let's just say, and then if you enter, it will just print out the same thing that you typed in, since we're printing out a, which is a variable that stores your user input. So user input can be used in many ways. So let's just put an example, enter your name. So if we run this line of code, again, it would just, let's say my name is Bob. It would just, again, oh, whoops, I put the bracket there. But it will just execute the line of code, since this print statement executes the input. But you can use user input in many different ways. So like once we get into if statements, we'll be using user input there to manipulate data and give a different output. So that's basically how user input works. Now we will be moving on to comments. So what are comments? Comments are basically a line of code that does not get executed. So let's say you have a really long piece of code, and you know that you're gonna forget most of it. So what you can do is you can do hashtag, and then say this line of code does this. So that's what a comment is. So if you have like something at the bottom here, so let's just say this is like some line of code, you basically this line of code won't get executed, but it's more like it explains your code, or you could really do whatever you want with that, but people use it to like explain their code. So yeah, that's basically all you really need to know about comments and user input. We'll be using user input a lot in future videos. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video, and stay tuned for the next one.